The council meeting to order, and I'd like Johnny Mac Scurry to do our invocation and pledge.
We all bow our heads, please. Eternal and everlasting God, we ask you to strength us where we're weak and build us up where we're torn down at. And God, we're standing in need of prayer now. First of all, we want to thank you, Lord. You took care of us through the bad weather, brought us all the way through, God, and we're here now, standing still in need of prayer. And God, we pray now you stand by our sides and guide us through this barren land. Where we're weak, God, make us strong. Hold with your powerful hand. We all say together, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time I'd like to turn it back over to Chairman Shealy, who was supposed to be out of town, but the weather canceled his trip, so he's here tonight.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Pleasure to be here. Glad to have all of you out here tonight to conduct our county business. We welcome Mr. Luckadoo to our team. Glad to have you. Took your first day off though, but it's okay. I guess we let you off.
He made that decision.
We made sure Jeff made that call.
It's all downhill from there.
I understand. Glad to have you. Glad that everyone's out tonight. Glad everybody made it through that snow and icy conditions. Hopefully bring on spring now. Amen. All right, first item, adoption of the consent agenda. We take all three items as one if I hear no objection. Hearing none. A, Newberry County Council work session minutes, January 21st, 2026. Item B, Newberry County Council meeting minutes, January 21st, 2026. And item C, Newberry County Council special call meeting, January 23rd, 2026. We have a motion to accept the agenda. Motion by Johnny Mack, second by Councilman Smith. Any discussion? All in favor?
I agree.
Thank you, sir. Unanimous. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented? Motion by Vice Chair, second by Councilman Scurry. Any discussion? All in favor? Councilman Johnson?
I concur and agree.
It is unanimous. Item number 3, a very special time for us, special recognition. Prosperity Fire Station number 2, Prosperity Rescue Squad number 17, and Hazmat Station number 12. I guess Mr. Brandon Wicker.
Do 2 of the 3.
Okay, Mr. Brandon Wicker's going to go to 2 of the 3.
Yeah, 2 of the 3. All right. Again, thank you for doing this for us and our volunteers. We look forward to it each month. I'm going to start with Station 12. Station 12 is our hazmat team, countywide hazmat team. We do have, that is in Newberry County. They're housed in the Prosperity Fire Department. So they have 11 members. 8 members are hazmat technicians. That means they're certified to enter a hazardous situation. They put the blue suits on and they go inside. 3 of their members are certified as hazmat ops or operational level. They're the ones that kind of set up the operation, help put the boots on, help get in and out of the suits and all that kind of stuff. They host meetings monthly for training and testing of the equipment for an average of 22 hours a year. So they put about 22 hours a year, checking the suits, make sure there's no leaks, make sure they're good to go. Also hold a hazard materials refresher for their department and other departments in this county. So the city the city fire department tends to do all their hazmat tech refreshers with them as well. That's an 8-hour training. That's an all-day training. That's what typically do with it. Calendar year 2025, they ran a total of 8 calls for a total response time of 17 hours and 45 minutes. The largest call they ran for 2025 was Newberry County tanker truck leaked about 5,000 gallons of hydrochloric acid at a rest area upper part of the county. In 24, Deputy Chief Chris Roberts was recognized by the Division of Fire and Life Safety for having the most VIP points in the state of South Carolina. That's kind of, they don't run a lot of calls, but the calls they tend to run, if you could tell, 8 calls, 17 hours, almost 18 hours. So when the hazmat team goes out, they tend to be out there for a while.
We don't want them out there much.
No, sir. No, sir, we don't. And the wild thing about hazmat, and if I would to bring Chief Roberts up, is there's a lot of times they go into it not knowing what it is. So you have to, test it and sample it and get close to it, sometimes get in it, and then find out what it is. The trucks are supposed to tell you, the drivers are supposed to know, but not all the time. They're not always right. The call with the hydrochloric acid, I was there. He didn't know what he had on his truck. So that tells you how we got to that point. All right, now, that's them. I think we're going to do one group picture, so I'm going to move on to the Prosperity Rescue Squad. Prosperity Rescue Squad was established in 1963 and currently consists of approximately 20 members. They include first responders, EMTs, and paramedics. The organization responds to an average of 150 to 200 calls a year. Prosperity Rescue is actively involved in the community and regularly provides support for local events such as Prosperity Hopping, the Shoppers Walk, annual Mark Bowers Run, and the Prosperity Christmas Parade. Their fleet includes a pickup truck, utilized as a QRV or quick response vehicle, a medium-duty rescue truck, and an ambulance. Prosperity Rescue is proud to house the Newberry County Dive Team, which was established over 20 years ago. The Dive Team has developed strong working relationships with neighboring agencies, including the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, Dive Team of Saluda County Sheriff's Office, and Legacy County Sheriff's Office and Dive Team. That's the rescue squad. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Robert Dennis for Prosperity Fire Department. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Council members, Tommy told me that I had 12 pages to do. I did 20.
We'll give you 2.
You're going to give me 2 pages. I can work on that, Nick. Just picking. Number one, thank y'all. I mean, how many times do you think about the individuals that go out and fight the fires, respond in their personal vehicles, using their own gas, to go and help somebody that's a total stranger to them? It's amazing. And Newberry County is very fortunate for that. I've heard several times people come up here and they stick on a date of 1962, which is kind of deals with the Board of Rural Fire Control. Okay? Well, I found out the other day, or several weeks ago, in reading a bunch of stuff, that Prosperity Town Council authorized James Lee Counts, who is none other than Sheriff Lee Foster's grandfather, to become the chief of the town of Prosperity Fire Department and to gather as many men or whomever to formulate Prosperity Fire Department. So I'm telling you a little bit about the history because we need history to be present and then move into the future. Okay? On December the 4th of 1935, James Lee Counts was authorized to be the chief and select those individuals. On June 23rd, 1936, a truck was purchased from Sheely Motor Company for $225. If you remember where Sheely Motor Company is, raise your hand. Okay. For those of you who don't remember, it was on the town square in Prosperity where the you can go get a back massage now. I think it's Chapin Chiropractor or whatever it is. So that's where that's located. For $225, they purchased a truck with a water tank with 750 feet of 2.5-inch diameter hose, and 1 20-foot ladder, 2 12-foot ladders, and a 2-horse power siren. I had to read that twice just to make sure it wasn't a 2-horse buggy. Because the reason why I mentioned that is there are 2 individuals in our fire department that have served Prosperity Fire Department for over 50 years. And that is Sheriff James Lee Foster and Donnie Amick. And they're both here today. That's a calling. That's a calling. I tell you that because we have to know about the history. We have to know about the history, and I'm gonna hold on that just to say this point. As we evolved, we ended up purchasing, and I say we, I feel like I was there during that time, but I wasn't. It wasn't even thought about. But the town of Prosperity purchased a V8 Ford chassis in 1958 from Shealy Motor Company again, and a firefighting equipment from LaFrance Company for $11,873.94. Let's fast forward to now. $1 million for a fire truck. $1 million.
We wish Shealy Automotive was still in business.
I wish Shealy was. Me and you both. At present, we have ran 218 calls in 2025. And I stand before you because I know there's a plan in place. I met Mr. Luckadoo yesterday. We talked, and he shares my same vision as we make the presentation tonight, but we know tomorrow there's no money there, and there's no purchase of equipment, and there's no paid firefighters. This is something that's going to have to be done present and then move forward in the future. We understand that. I went to the store the other day to get a drink and a pack of crackers, walked in, put the crackers and the drink on the counter. I pulled out my handy dandy wallet, and guess what was not in there? Any money. I went and put the drink back and put the crackers back and walked out. I do understand our situation, and so should many other people. But it's hard to get that point across. The other thing that I want to share with you tonight is many of you have heard, and Todd is online with us, and I think he will agree with me, talking about computers. We've all had to evolve with computers. And there's one phrase that always sticks to mind. Bad data in is bad data out. I don't have 1.8 firemen. Okay? I don't. If that information is not put in correctly, then you're going to get incorrect information. And so therefore it is the chiefs and Tommy and Brandon to stay on top of the chiefs to make sure we get that information out so that you get accurate information to make sure we are able to respond to what's going on in the county. I know we're limited on what you see here tonight that's being represented, but let me tell you something. We're limited due to work, we're limited due to family obligations, and honeydews. We have to do those, as many of you are shaking your head because I know your wives, and I know the list that they prepared for each and every one of y'all. The other thing that I want to share with you tonight before standing down is this is probably one of the most best events that we can come to. Just because we are limited in numbers that you see, we are strong in heart when it comes to response. And it's going to take a family and a village to make sure we're able to pull together. Yesterday afternoon, I get to travel all over the county. When I worked at the sheriff's office, the sheriff was very lenient on us. If we didn't have something pressing, we could respond and assist in county fires and rescues. I am that fortunate today in working with South Carolina Department of Probation and Parole that my boss allows me to do the same thing. And I was able to assist yesterday in Poor Mary with Little Mountain at a trailer fire. And I'm going to tell you, I was the first one on scene. And to hear that siren coming was like a breath of fresh relief. But prior to getting the number of people we had there, it felt like an hour. Felt like an hour. But it was right about 10 minutes that we had the first truck on scene, and me and Chief Richardson were able to pull a hose and knock down the fire, although it was pretty much gutted inside due to some circumstances that we had no control over. But we were able to knock it down, and when the younger generation pulled up, I was glad to sit on the tailboard and man the nozzle for filling the truck. Once again, we can't do this without y'all. This community can't do it without y'all. And if y'all have ridden the community and seen what is growing, Jolly Street, 773, Little Mountain, 176. I was surprised going out 773 the other day when I saw those 3 houses, and understand what's going to be coming just out 219. Although it's in the city, guess what? Newberry County is the backup department. Before we can sit down and make that future plan, we must have the present in place, not only for the fire departments, the rescue squads, EMS, but law enforcement. You've got to have a plan. I plan for the next day. Some people plan for the year. Chinese plan for 5 years. Until we start making those logistic plans, we'll never catch up. We'll never catch up. So I employ to you, Mr. Shacker, you have done so well with us and worked with us, and I look forward to working with Mr. Luckadoo to progress. Once again, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Direct us.
Oh, well, Mom. Okay.
Fix that later. Okay, yeah, there's.
Do we need to move in?
We need to get tighter. Like they need.
Why are they doing that, Vicky?
Thank you. Sorry to whoever's watching on YouTube.
All right, congratulations.
Why are you walking so slow?
Well, I know y'all are leaving fast, but I want to personally thank y'all for all you do. Y'all are the backbone of Newberry County.
Appreciate it.
All right. Item number 4, recap of emergency response to Winter Storm Fern. Mr. Tommy Long, Emergency Services Director.
Okay, since this agenda was released, we've had another snowstorm, so I'm gonna cover both of
Wasn't
them.
quite as bad.
It wasn't. So, I just want to give you a few bullet points on kind of what we did from emergency services standpoint. We held daily briefings about 3 days prior to the event at the EOC. Had a lot of participation from different agencies in the county, which is great. Our teamwork in this county is unmatched, I will tell you. We had the EOC activated during the day for this event on the weekend. We had good participation, like I said, from most of the entities that participate or have a place in the EOC. We opened a general population shelter at Gallman School, since that school has complete power from a generator if the power was to go out. We did not have anybody show up, but we did have that available for them.
That's the Gallman.
At Gallman, yes, sir. We also utilized a shelter trailer that I purchased after Helene that came in very handy. Got all the shelter supplies on that trailer. We just pull it up to the school and unload, and we're ready to start with the shelter. So it worked out great. Glad I got that trailer. O'Neill Methodist Church, they provide a warming center for the community. They've had that open probably now for almost 3 weeks. I think they still got it open now. They may have closed it today since it did warm up some. But they've been great opening the warming shelter, keeping folks inside when it's real cold. The emergency responders, we had several accidents throughout the county during this first event. We had one that was a very serious accident. We determined also during this event we need to look at some generators in some of the schools, Mid Carolina, Newberry High, Newberry College, and possibly one for O'Neill Church. Working with our consultant on some grants for that, hopefully. Cross Point Church provided meals to the EOC staff and all the emergency workers in close proximity to the EOC, road deputies and so forth. We're very grateful for Cross Point Church. They went above and beyond and served meals to us for 2 days. Great meals, I must add. This was a state-declared event, so we should be able to get some reimbursement back from FEMA. And that kind of covers the ice storm. A snowstorm was not as big of a threat to the county as the ice storm would have been. We still had a lot of road issues. Like I said, less power outage threats. We held briefings the same, about 3 days prior. We had the shelter open again and the warming center. We did not activate the EOC on the weekend. We pretty much managed it virtually. Most of the accidents were very minor, just people sliding off the road and so forth. And this event wasn't a declared event, so we probably won't get any reimbursement for that event. That's some of the reasons why the EOC wasn't activated as well, because we didn't want to spend a lot of money on food and different things like that. So that's kind of the recap from most of those storms. Anybody got any questions? I'll be glad to try to answer. We dodged a bullet on the first one for sure.
I think you had a lot more participation than we have in the past, and I think that was excellent.
We did.
I look forward to having even more. And if we have another storm, which I hope we don't, but it was definitely a packed room. That was
we
great.
did have good participation, and I appreciate the members of council, Mr. Shacker, for y'all participating in the EOC discussions, because we had some good discussions.
Fullest room I've seen, so.
Exactly.
Very good. Y'all did an excellent job, always do. We appreciate all you do. Anybody got any questions? If not, we'll move on.
We're going, like, after Helene, we did like a hot wash, tailboard. Are we going to do anything on the ice storm after that? What we did good, what we need to improve on?
We can, but I can probably just send out an email. I have a lot more luck and get the email sent out and everybody send me feedback. And
Feedback,
I can do
okay.
a document and send it out to everybody.
Sounds good.
Luckily, it wasn't any near as bad as Helene was.
No, nowhere near.
That was lessons learned.
I'm still dealing with Helene.
And I think we all are. All right, moving on. Item number 5, a proclamation recognizing Medical Legal Death Investigators Week in Newberry County. Do I have a motion that we accept the resolution? Motion by Vice Chair, second by Councilman Smith. Any discussion? All in favor?
I concur.
It is unanimous. With that, I will read the proclamation. All right. Whereas the Newberry County Coroner's Office relies on the professionalism, expertise, and dedication of medical legal death investigators to conduct thorough and impartial investigations into deaths that are sudden, unexpected, violent, or unattended. And whereas medical legal death investigators serve a vital role within South Carolina's medical legal death investigation system by responding to death scenes, gathering critical information, preserving evidence, documenting findings, and assisting in determining the cause and manner of death. And whereas these professionals work collaboratively with coroners, forensic pathologists, law enforcement agencies, emergency responders, and public health officials to ensure accurate death certification, support criminal investigations, and protect public health and safety. And whereas medical legal death investigators often perform their duties under challenging and emotionally demanding circumstances while demonstrating compassion, integrity, and respect for descendants and their families. And whereas their contributions are essential to the administration of justice, injury prevention efforts, and the overall well-being of the citizens of Newberry County. Now, therefore it be proclaimed by the County Council of the County of Newberry that January 25th through the 31st, 2026, as Medical Legal Death Investigators Week in Newberry County, South Carolina, and encourage all residents to recognize and express appreciation for the dedication and service of these professionals. With that, can we get Ms. Neese up? Thank you. The words are bad. Thank you for all you do, and we thank you for all your help during the recent event. Luckily, we didn't need that part of your business. Oftentimes very unappreciated and unthought of, but you're there when we need you. Just don't want to have to need you much. All right, item number 6, ordinance number 0201-2026, amending and restating an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance to Provide for the Issuance and Sale of General Obligation Bond of Newberry County, South Carolina, not exceeding $405,000 in principal amount, to prescribe the purposes of which the proceeds of said bond shall be expended to provide for the payment of said bond and other matters related thereto." Mr. Shacker, you got an explanation on this one?
Yes, sir, that was a mouthful, I know.
It was.
Yeah, so this, if y'all remember, this is the GEO bond that was proposed in this year's budget to fund the purchase of a triaxle dump truck, a 20 to 25 ton trailer, and a 6500 series utility truck. And we were gonna go ahead and purchase the dump body, but it would have the capability of having different apparatus mounted on it with quick connects.
Multi-purpose truck.
A really adaptable truck, yeah. And the concept was to use cash on hand within the debt service fund to pay this GEO bond off. So it didn't involve any form of debt service levy increase or increase to property taxes. And council took action on the ordinance authorizing the issuance of the bond. What this ordinance does, though, with some issues in terms of getting the equipment, this streamlines the process for closing the bond. And it was just, when we looked at the meeting schedule, we started here on February 4th, and we can end the ordinance process by March 4th. So it doesn't inhibit the ability to move forward with the purchase. But we're in the second half of the fiscal year. So in the interest of ensuring that we can get the truck purchased, hopefully the trailer, certainly the dump truck and the 6500 truck, some of the pricing has increased. What this ordinance does is, instead of doing a post-sale notice, which has to be done at least 7 days prior to closing, and it can become challenging based on the circulation sometimes with the newspaper and how those dates match up, we can do a pre-sale notice. So then we're able to move more quickly to close the bond. The other thing it does is it gives council the flexibility, if we have some issues with the delivery of the equipment or the pricing, to where y'all could amend what is proposed to be purchased with the proceeds of the bond by resolution. So you wouldn't have to do that by ordinance. So those are the two main things that it accomplishes, so that you can move quickly the last half of the fiscal year to get those items purchased.
Very good. Any discussion? Any questions? This is the first reading. Do I have a motion this be first reading?
I'll make that.
Motion by Vice Chair, second. Second by Councilman Smith. Now, any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
I agree.
It is unanimous. All right, item number 7, consideration and award of contract for inmate food services for Newberry County Detention Center, RFP number 2025-20-NCO, Captain Daniel Floyd, to present. Good to have you, Mr. Floyd, again,
Thank you very
as
much.
always.
Thank y'all for listening. So we sent out an RFP back in November, and we received 2 bids for the inmate food services. Trinity and Victus Food Services both responded, and through a selection process, Victus has been our selection and came in with the lowest price as well. We have ran our own kitchen for a very long time and have done a great job. However, we struggle to keep up, and prices keep changing. We don't have that big buying power that a food service would, and it also puts all the liability onto the county. This would remove some of the liability and put it on the inmate food service that we are hoping gets awarded tonight. So we're asking county council to move forward with this award, and if y'all have any questions, let us know. Let me know.
Very good. All right.
Mr. Chair, I appreciate the efforts of the detention center and the sheriff's office and their due diligence on this, and I would make a motion to approve.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second by Vice Chair. Any discussion?
Would the food be prepared and brought in daily?
It would be prepared on site through our
Oh,
kitchen.
site daily,
Yep.
okay, okay,
So for each meal. it would be
Okay.
prepared.
I didn't know if it was prepared, brought in, or prepared on site. Thank you.
Good question.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
I concur.
It is unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Floyd.
Thank y'all very much.
And thank you for your hard work getting that put together for us. Item number 8, appointments. Do we have any appointments? All right. Hearing none. Item number 9, public comments. No one has signed up for public comments. All right. Comments or requests from the county administrators?
I'll be brief so that my counterpart can say a few words, but I will just give you all a heads up. We talked a little bit about this previously, but significant progress is being made on the capital project, sales tax projects. That's going well. Y'all can expect in April to have a recommendation to award a construction contract on the public safety complex. That will be the next CPST project that will go through the pipeline. March would be focused on bidding it, and of course, February means we need to, we're going to have to finalize design on that, so it's at a point where it can be bid. The Newberry Amphitheater will be the next project in the queue, and the hope is, and some of the timeline is being refined, that would occur for y'all in May. And that would have, those are 2 remaining major projects that need to come through. And then Teddy and I were, Mr. Luckadoo and I were speaking earlier today with Scott Sawyer on our staff, and he's assembling the team to start the Safe Streets for All process, which will be we got a planning grant for that project. There's a considerable amount of community engagement that occurs, and the hope here is with a steering committee for the project that we would hold meetings throughout the county to get input on transportation and road improvements in the county and have that feedback incorporated into the plan. So you'll be getting more information about that shortly, soon, and we would encourage council to attend the meeting so y'all can hear that information firsthand.
How about the Whitmire sidewalk project? We moving forward?
It is, and that will be bid as well.
Okay.
And we'll see how that pricing comes back, and then make some decisions on how to move forward with the project.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
could I interject for just a minute on that?
Absolutely.
The due diligence of the staff has been amazing on that. I was gonna comment on that in comments from county council, but, they have just stayed the course. And it looks like there's a possibility that we may be able to proceed with that with handrails. That will not look great for the landowner who was objecting, but in the course of things, it will be better for the community as a whole. So I commend the staff for their efforts on that.
I totally concur. They put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on that one. And hopefully, we're gonna get it across the finish line soon.
Were you still able to use the grants? Were the grants still available?
Yes, the CDBG is still in play, and we got an extension on that one. And just for the benefit of the public, this project establishes a physical connection, a sidewalk connection from some apartment complexes to the downtown. You know, one of the challenges when you're dealing with downtown development is just body heat, creating activity, getting people downtown. And, you know, Whitmire's made some strides with a couple new businesses, and we've got a streetscape project that's underway. That also is a CDBG project, and they may be actually done in parallel, which is kind of, you know, one's moved a little bit quicker than the other. But that coupled with the CPST gym renovation, I think there are going to be some noticeable improvements in Whitmire.
Very good. Love to hear it.
And I think Mr. Luckadoo may have a few remarks he'd like to
Mr.
make.
Luckadoo.
My first remarks.
Absolutely, make it good.
I once again want to thank council now that I'm officially on the books for Newberry County. Thank you for this opportunity. In the first 2 days, staff has been very receptive and welcomed me with open arms, and I appreciate that. A lot of people have taken the opportunity to come by, introduce themselves to me. I really want to thank staff Andrew and the others who helped to put together the meet and greet event tonight and their efforts. It was a very good event. Had a lot of people show up to the point I'm almost hoarse from having conversation. But it was very welcoming. The elected officials that came out that have come by to meet me, I appreciate that. And everyone that I look forward to working with y'all, continuing to build relationships and move Newberry County forward. And I appreciate Mr. Schackert's efforts over the past 2 days. I think he's tried to teach me everything I need to know in the first 2 days. And I told him we have more days. Let's slow down just a little bit so that I'm not feeling quite as overwhelmed going home with the information. But I applaud your efforts in trying to get me that institutional knowledge that I need. So thank you again.
Nothing like drinking to the fire. Glad to have you. Hate to see Mr. Shacker go. It's been a privilege working with him, and got a little while left. But we're honored to have you and glad to have you and look forward to working with you.
Well, thank you.
Comments from any councilman?
Yeah, I'd like to make a few, Chairman, if you don't mind. First off, thank you to Prosperity Station 2, Rescue Squad Station 17, and the Hazmat Station 12 for coming to be with us tonight. Anybody that knows anything about the public safety within Newberry County realizes that our volunteers make up the backbone of our fire and rescue squad service. And a huge thank you to them for the efforts that they put in, the time that they volunteer for no pay whatsoever other than just the gratitude of doing it. So anytime we can recognize those, we need to do so. So thank you for them coming out tonight. Secondly, Mr. Luckadoo, welcome. Your first county council meeting. Glad you are here with us for sure. We look forward to a bright future for sure. Excited for you to join us. Mr. Shacker, I would be remiss to not thank you for the efforts and everything you have done for the county while you have been here for sure. It has certainly been a great honor and a pleasure to work with you. So thank you for that. So,
Thank you.
that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments? Any other councilman?
I'd like to concur what Mr. Fulmer said about 14 and Prosperity, Hazmat. welcome, Mr. Luckadoo. Looking forward to working with you. Jeff, thank you for all the help, keeping us going, and looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Anyone else?
Just was,
They covered it all.
Mr. Skirt?
I just want to say a few words. Miss Lily Caldwell, her husband and I finished high school together in 1968. He have had several surgeries over the past few years. I want to tell you, we got him in our prayers. Thank you. We recognize you for being here with us tonight. To our new county administrator, good to have you aboard. Ms. Shackle, I want to let you go now, I guess. But you're dedicated to us.
Thank you.
As in Chapel's area, you've been dedicated. You don't have it everywhere you go. I give you credit for being going an extra mile away, all the way to Chapel's, several times, looking over me in the town council in Chapel, and to the town council in Newberry. We have a new mayor in Silver Street.
That's right.
And I'm starting to recognize her. She's not here tonight, but she's doing great work in little town Silver Street, trying to get on the right track. We're keeping our prayer as we go forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Scurry. And I would like to wish Ms. Robiette Hazel a happy birthday tomorrow. I'm not going to sing today, but I might call you tomorrow and sing happy birthday to you. Okay. All right. No other comments? Item number 12, future meetings. Public Safety and Courts Committee, February 9th at 5 p.m. President's Day, February 16th. The offices are closed. Newberry County Council Work Session, February 18th at 5 p.m. Newberry County Council, February 18th at 6 p.m. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilman Smith, second by Vice Chair Cease. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous.